averaging a bit over 5 points a game, trains the three-pointer. Calderon's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. How last month turned out for him? 3rd in blocks, 13th in free throw percentage, and his sweet shooting stroke places him in the top 15 league-wide in three-point percentage. You've got to play him tight.
And I like the fact that he's committed to dominating in that category as a shot blocker. His awareness and hustle really off the charts.
Now here's Calderon. Shoots from the baseline. Good, he hits the jump shot. Now it's a 4-point Piston lead. Utah's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Now here's Freak. Defense is right there. And Muhammad has it in the corner. 5 to shoot. Here's Freak. The shot is off. And it's Detroit the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
And nothing went well offensively on this night for them. They were just completely disjointed.
Yeah, you could call it the 3 Ds. Disjointed, disorganized, discombobulated, or whatever else you wanted to use to describe that would be appropriate.
Now here's Calderon following the miss by Marcus Morris. Tipped away. Here's Calderon. Trains it from 17 feet out. Calderon's got 7 points.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Calderon. An even 3-on-3 break. Johnson kicks to Calderon. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. He's got 9. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Here's Calderon. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Oh, and here comes Johnson all alone. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Already seizing control of this game.
Total control, Greg, and as well as they're playing at both ends, I look for this lead to get even larger.
Now here's Freak. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. 6 on the shot clock. The Jazz with another miss. Pistons leading by 10. Calderon with it. 9 points in the game so far. Morris outside. Calderon up top. Mozgov wide open. He fires. No good on the 3. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Stan Van Gundy.
Kevin, when I asked him about their game plan on the defensive end, he said they were looking to clog things up in the middle of the floor and not allow any clear looks at the basket from inside the paint.
The easy way to get killer crossover.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm here with Shaq and the Jet. And it is Raptor basketball tonight as the Toronto Raptors go up against the Jazz out in Salt Lake City. Well, for the Jazz, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And at the All-Star break, a chance for players to heal and recuperate. And Kenny, let's talk about injuries. A part of the game, but some manage to stay healthy. Is it all just luck?
Well, some of it's luck, but a lot of it's preparation. If you prepare your body for the rigors of the NBA season, you're going to reduce the risk and you become more durable, and the quality teams have that. But really, one of the most valuable things a player can bring to the table is health.
You know, the saying goes, the best ability is availability.
Oh, I like that.
And, you know, there's truth to that. You know, so many things factor into a player's health. Toughness, conditioning, and it's a great training staff.
"2K Sports" checks in with our loyal viewers with a broadcast from Utah, downtown Salt Lake City, Utah, the home of the Jazz, Energy Solutions Arena. The Jazz make a quick stop here at home before heading back out on the road. Well, they know they have their work cut out for them here tonight and during a stretch of games facing a lot of talented teams.
Yeah, and they're in the middle of a tough stretch of games they've got coming up. I mean, they're excited about it, and it's going to serve as a real benchmark for them, finding out exactly where they stand in the league.
Yeah, and some top-tier opponents coming in, a chance to test themselves against the best our league has to offer. So those are the challenges that they face, but they have to approach those as opportunities.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So the Raptors 5 right now. They've got Jones. Amon Shumpert's out there with Lowry. Then there's Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Ross in at small forward. Last outing for Toronto, they won that game against Golden State.
They just weren't challenged. I mean, nearly as much as they should have been.
Utah leading. From deep, and he drills it. Beautiful release there from Freak.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And we get a chance to check out second in blocks, and he's third in the league in rebounding. Just a tremendous motor. He is always in pursuit of the ball.
And as you said, one of the best shot blockers in the league. Tremendous motor. He's simply been destroying opponents in the lane.
Here's Kilpatrick. 9 points last game out. Clock at 4, and stolen by Hood. Pass to Freak. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And now a 7-point Utah lead.
Look at the space he had on that one, though. There's an obvious speed mismatch between the two.
On the screen, here's Kilpatrick, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. They get Derek Favors. The Raptors shooting their first free throws of this game.
And in terms of team members, percentage is right at 74.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
The Jazz making a switch here. Hayward's checked in. Joseph with the ball. Out defended by Freak. Biombo kicks to Powell. The dish now to Martin. Joseph the pass to Martin. From past the arc. Shot by Joseph, no good. Jazz leading by 6. And Muhammad kicks to Freak. Shot from 16. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Freak's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Martin the screen. Powell dishes to Martin. Here's Powell. Muhammad covering. Fires from deep. Can't get it to go. So Utah will take it the other way. coming into this having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
And the thing I took away from that one was just how valuable their guys coming off the bench were.
I thought the reserves were the difference in the game, Greg. I mean, a lot of the scoring came from the bench.
Biombo, that's good.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
The Jazz have gone 50% from the field in the first quarter, 8 of 16. And it's Freak missing.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Kilpatrick and Hayward with the block. And they get it back. Poked loose. Powell kicks to Martin. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
You start hitting a few of those mid-range shots, and it can open up your whole game.
There's Freak. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yeah, earlier I spoke with Scott Skiles. We went over the matchups in tonight's game, and when we came to Nene, he told me, now there's a player. You just don't find big men with that kind of body who's that light on his feet. I don't know if it's his soccer background, the way he moves, it's awfully tough to stay between him and the iron. Guys, that's the goal, but we'll see if they're able to make it happen. Back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. There's 1:17 left here in the opening quarter. Joseph, the pass to Martin.
And trailing here in the first, you'd like to see them be a little more aggressive on the offensive glass.
Yeah, I agree. Not a lot of activity chasing down their misses. Some teams focus on getting back. I understand that. But you should send at least one guy after those.
Here's Joseph. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Joseph's got his first points of the night.
You know, obviously, he knows how to finish with some flair.
And it's Freak missing. Raptors trail by 6. And stolen by Freak. And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. Freak's got 13. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Martin dishes to Joseph. Back to Martin. Shot clock at 6. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Martin's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Obviously, a mix-up defensively on that possession.
And it's Freak missing. Joseph. The shot is off. And that does it for the first quarter. Jazz out in front, leading by... And a chance to hear from point guard Kyle Lowry about the chemistry of this Raptors team. They're all pulling in the same direction. The question is whether or not the team... So Utah going with an almost entirely... new group here. Gordon Hayward's checked in for Nene. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Alec Burks. Rodney Hood's checked in for Sheldon Mack. And Freak subbed in for Exman. Freak, he's in at the point. Down low, it's Hayward and Favors. Good out there with Muhammad. That's the group right now for Utah. Both good from the line that time.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
Yeah, I like everything you said there, because when all else fails, if you can get to the strike, that's really a good way to change the momentum in the game, because you get points and you also slow down the opponent because the game isn't going up and down as much.
Here's Joseph following the bucket by the Jazz. To the middle, here's Martin. Favors with the rebound. Jazz leading by 7. Freak with it. 13 points in the game. Here's the 3. In for his 7th make in 13 tries.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Kicks it to Joseph. Shot from the top of the key. They get it back. Here's Martin. It's in. That's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Took him no time at all on that one. Freak's got the lead up to 10 now for the Jazz. Now here's Joseph. Defense right on him. Martin kicks to Joseph. Good. Joseph's got 4 this quarter.
The offense has a better flow, and it actually looks better here in the second quarter.
It does. They're playing with a little bit more bounce in their step and trying to close this gap. And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be. He's not making that one.
Now here's Freak. 18 points for him. Can't get it to go. Here's Kilpatrick. Powell inside. Muhammad covering. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there. Just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
There's Freak. And the rebound goes to Martin. Raptors trail by 6. Feeds to Joseph. Martin the screen. Shot by Joseph. No good.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
There's Freak. That's good on the jump shot. Freak's got 7 now in this quarter.
That is so tough to defend. He'll cross you over in a nanosecond. That move is next to unstoppable.
Pass to Joseph. They set the pick. He feeds it to Biombo. He kicks it to Joseph. From deep three-point range. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession. Let's take a look at the players that have been grabbing rebounds in bunches to lead the NBA over the last 10 games. And you look at Biombo, 3rd in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
When it comes to rebounding, it's been a stupendous stretch for him. He's been using his body and strength so effective.
And he gets it to go.
That's a smooth, old-school move right there. The quick crossover followed by the quick release.
Passes to Joseph. He dishes it to Biombo. Here's Powell. And the Raptors miss again.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And the shot is good. 25 points for Freak.
Nice stroke from long range. And if he keeps getting those opportunities, he better take them.
Poked away and stolen by Freak. And out of bounds as the Raptors gain possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
There's 21 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And the official signals a backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
All you have to do is point to their turnovers this quarter. There's a reason the scoreboard looks like it does.
That's been the culprit, the turnovers. I mean, TOs, those kinds of mistakes have really kind of drained their confidence to this point.
Kilpatrick. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Jazz.
Play? Yeah. Oh.
Okay, guys, solid play so far. I like what I'm seeing. But just a few things to talk about before the second half. A big difference in this game has been our ability to not only pressure them into mistakes, but to turn those mistakes into baskets. A lot of our points have come off turnovers, and if that keeps up, we'll be in very good shape. The guys I will give credit to are the guys who came off the bench and gave us the scoring pop we needed. And now listen, let's keep the ball moving in the third quarter. And when we're rotating it around the perimeter, I want you guys always looking for the opening to cut to the post. They'll be there. All right, everybody got it? Now let's get out there and tack some points onto that lead and make it a mountain that's too high for them.